You know exactly this feeling when it's calm, unhurried, and everything that you do is enjoy. Some call it happiness, some call it chill, but in Costa Rica it's called Pura Vida. Pura Vida is life's philosophy and the main budget forming product of the country, which attracts tourists and investors from all over the world. Another value of Costa Rica is high altitude coffee that brought me here. In recent years, the coffee sector of this country had faced a difficult choice: to turn off the coffee direction by switching to economically more interesting ones, or to change low-yielding but delicate Arabica varieties to high-yielding and primitive in taste, or switch to direct trade. Let's see together how Costa Rica lives, a country of natural reserves, kilometers of wild beaches and one of the most delicious coffee in the world. Pura Vida! Now we are going to rent the car, and the meeting, guys, it took 24 hours. Yeah. Yes, 24 hours for us to come from Bolivia to Costa Rica because of the very difficult political situation in Bolivia. We was afraid of the protests. We came too early to the airport at Bolivia. Then our flight was late to Bogota. So we lose our connection flight. And finally we are here. Costa Rica, hello. 24 hours after. It's raining. It's still the end of the rainy season in Central America. It's always the best time for me in Central America because everything is very green, very live. And when our clients, coffee roasters, starts to come from Europe to choose their lots of coffee, unfortunately, already it's dry season. Everything is dry, yellow, and some clients have never seen real green, like energetic Central America. But this is my favorite time of the year, rainy season. I have never understand why people say that the rainy season it's low season for tourism. As for me, it's the best time to come to visit like tropical countries because 2 times by day you have rain, you can relax, it's more fresh, it's more green. So my advice is rainy season for sure. I don't know why, but during my previous coffee sourcing tours, I kept my time in Costa Rica to a minimum. One of the most expensive countries in the world each time baffled me with Parisian prices in supermarkets and hotels, always losing to Nicaraguans, my beloved San Juan del Sur, located just 20 kilometers from the Costa Rican border. I always spent several days coming to cuppings in the coffee regions, leaving unexplored and undiscovered a large part of the country that I can't wait to see in full, from the Caribbean to the Pacific coast. As they say in Central America, it's worth it. Vale la pena, I said to myself, and decided to finally discover this country where 50% of the territory is forests and national parks, raccoons run across your way, and the locals always say instead of hello, Pura Vida. If you think about it logically, this is a very strong, energetic message. Greetings. Think, how do you greet each other in your country? As rule, this is a wish for a good day, but not for good life. Costa Ricans put this mantra into conversation at every opportunity. A wish and at the same time an affirmation, possibly leading to the fact that this country has the most respect for human rights among other Central American countries. Costa Rica has the highest standards of living and some special vibe that attracts tourists from all over the world. How to comprehend Pura Vida for yourself personally? In the endless leapfrog of calls, emails and messages. How to stop thinking about work, about problems all the time? The answer is obvious and not. Let's see if the Costa Rican Pura Vida will bring me the kind of pacification that I look forward to and in which, to be honest, I hardly believe. Meanwhile, starting from the airport after incredibly tiring 3 transfers, barely breaking free from protest-ridden Bolivia, I'm going with my last bit of energy to the Caribbean coast of Costa Rica, to the Puerto Viejo, town where my imagination draws me some kind of endless pina colada and delight for the body and eye.
I hope that we will come back alive from this national park Cahuita, because the air is like full of different screaming and noises and screaming of birds and animals. We saw the picture of this park and decided to visit it because it have a couple of special things that I have never seen before. Buenas. Buenas. ¿Cuánto tiempo se pasó para caminar? How many minutes, hours it took to?
3. 40.
Ah, okay, cool. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye. I saw that this natural reserve have a lot of small bridges like this, which gives to this park something, some personality, something special. You are like a museum, walking and can't touch. It was just one car at the parking of this national park, so I feel me quite alone among these, I don't know, hundreds of years trees, and it's really wild nature. It's really hundreds and hundreds meters of this wooden bridge which goes through the rainforest, rain jungles, and because of its rainy season it's full of water now. I can't imagine how people can live in such a kind of forest, how they create the ways just to walk. It's really difficult. Еноты! Ой, такие хорошие! Боже, какие красивые! Вы пришли просить еду? Hey guys! You need some food, I think so, but it's strictly prohibited. It was written there that it's prohibited to give the food to you. for sure it's a mom with 3 children. And she is very peaceful and she is going about her business things. Children are with her super cool. Mommy.
I used to think that I could only live in capitals. Seizing cities with their endless parties, exhibitions, museums and restaurants attract me. But you would hardly have found a person more unhappy in Paris than I, who gave 6 years to this mostly beautiful and mostly terrible city on earth. Was I really free in one of the capitals of the world? I think no. I choose a new path. Life in the unpredictable countries of Latin America, life of Q grader. And now another 6 years have passed, 6 years of adventure, wildlife and new discoveries in the world of coffee. What weights me down is probably the absence of close friends with whom it would be so cool to share this snow-white sand and the sunset and the whisper of the surf. The main thing that I understood is that no city will make you happy, no work and new impressions. Something inside you must learn not to stop wondering like a child at the new day. The inner voice must be silent and you will finally, consciously be left alone with yourself, but happy.
Pericolo de policía pasó, pero señor tiene bien rápido atrás.
However, how I can't spend even single day without adventures? I can't do that. A few seconds separates you from the accident which you already suspect just by looking in the rear view mirror during emergency braking. And now you are again out of Pura Vida, in the midst of problem with the preparation of police reports and other papers. I must pay tribute to the police and insurance company who arrive very quickly, as well as my greed and stupidity for not buying full insurance for my rented car. So I will pay for the damage of the car, even taking into account my innocence. Imagine, $800 by the way. Take care of Pura Vida. Buy full coverage. There is no better argument for dealing with stress in this situation. However, Costa Rica in just a day gave me such a powerful boost of energy and mood that no accident could ruin it. And the next day I decided to work for the future and look at an interesting location right on the Caribbean coast for our next coffee shop project. Walking around Puerto Viejo, I found it a little bit abandoned, but with undeniable potential, and without hesitation I went to the address of the real estate agency indicated on the rental sign. And now Luisela is already enticing me to dive into the maelstrom of a new project again.
Pero no significa que podemos pagar miles y miles. Queremos hacer negocio también.
No sé qué quieres.
Yo quiero preguntar cuántos metros cuadrados hay, qué condiciones de renta.
Entonces, son 120 metros cuadrados
Solamente.
adentro.
Esa parte no es cubierta, 70 metros.
Sí.
No.
Entonces serían 100. No, está cubierto, pero está abierto adelante.
Entiendo.
Es la terraza, el
Entonces
porche.
190, 200 metros.
Sí, sí, la va a renovar todo. En el senso que ha hecho el piso nuevo de madera. La estructura la
¿Podemos
repuso.
saberlo?
Sí, ahora voy a pedir.
No, ok, primero cuánto vale. Después yo voy
Pero
a
te
ver.
cuento lo que hay, ¿no? Entonces, baño nuevo para discapacitados. Ok. Piso nuevo, estructura nueva porque reforzaron toda la estructura con vigas nuevas. Techo nuevo con cielo raso nuevo. Impianto de iluminación nuevo. Tanque aséptico puesto aquí nuevo.
This spacious and empty space with an unrealistic view of the Caribbean Sea definitely hooked me. I think Costa Rica coffee will play in a special way in a coffee shop with this view, and I will have a very good reason to visit Puerto Viejo much more often. Of course, there is still a bunch of bureaucratic delays and an epidemic of the coronavirus ahead of us, but I do not know this yet, and I am already drawing in my head my house on the coast, which I inherited from an imaginary Costa Rican grandmother. Late in the evening, tired of the midday heat, Puerto Viejo came back to life. Like me, who decided to definitely feel the Caribbean way on my own, and I went for a walk through bars and parties. I stayed till late in the one place at the beach, as I had never heard the best reggae like there.
Let us lay down. I miss a hush, darling. Even if it hurt to cry, hush, darling.
The Caribbean coast of Central America are very different from the mainland. Different people, music and food. After a cold and nervous Bolivia, it was nice to be in this paradise. It is difficult to live like Pura Vida, but if we don't try, if we don't feel the world around us with all our skin and soul, empathizing but without sadness, helping but without pity, participating but not getting involved, then perhaps we will never become truly happy and free people. Costa Rica washed away all the problems of the previous sourcing tour in Bolivia with a warm tropical shower and literally threw me into the arms of nature and carelessness. Thank you, Costa Rica.